We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First up, we have Castro's Pool Service and Repair. If you guys need your guys' pool serviced, maintenance, clean, fixed, Castro's Pool Service and Repair is the place to go. Their phone number is 209-675-5418. That's 209-675-5418. Check them out today, guys. Support those that support us.
It's birthday!
I'm Jesse.
I'm Raquel.
This is The Hassle of Hair, a podcast
Going after your dreams.
about going after your dreams.
Okay.
But no, it's a podcast about going after your dreams and finding your passion in life.
Yes.
And we're The Hassle of Hair.
For the hassle hair.
We are The Hassle of Hair. Thanks for listening, guys. Love you. And welcome back, guys. We are back after a week-long break of no podcasting.
Why do you talk like that?
I don't
After no podcasting.
This is my radio voice, guys. Welcome back to KRSTOV WX, the Bay. You know what I'm talking about? Dude.
Like the radio, like for sports?
Yes. Like, did you ever listen to 107 The Bone?
Was that before it was 94.9?
No, 107 The Bone was a 107.7 The Bone was a rock. Do you remember Nikki Black?
Uh-huh.
The one I had a chance to interview, but I didn't want to do Zoom because I was stubborn. But it's okay. It's all right. But no, dude, you know what's crazy? That I wasn't even thinking about this, right? There's so much that's happened in about a week or 2 weeks. But you know what's crazy is that Wild 94.9,
Mm-hmm.
do you remember how raunchy it was?
What do you mean?
Like, so I'd be like, so I was maybe 8 years old, and my mom used to take us to school, and then we'd carpool with a friend's mom, and we'd go to across San Jose. It was Windmill Springs. We lived on the east side. Windmill Springs was towards the south side. And Wild 94.9, every morning we would listen to it every morning, and it was barely any music. It was the Doghouse. Remember the Doghouse?
Okay.
Do you remember the Doghouse?
Yeah.
And like they would do prank calls, and they would just do a bunch like crazy stuff. Like, but it's funny because I don't even remember those guys' names. I don't remember what they look like. One of them was JV, right?
I think he's still on it.
It was his name was JV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Like, people don't understand. That was my dream.
To be a radio host?
To be a disc jockey, right? Radio host. Like, when I met Nikki Black, like, it wasn't like I did have a crush on her, but like, it was more of like, oh, this is the lady I listen to all the time. Like,
How old was she? Like in her 20s?
no, she was in her 30s.
No.
When I met her, she was in her 30s.
How old were you?
I was
16?
16. I won a front row tickets. I've told this plenty of times.
Yeah.
But it was you guys don't understand how amazing that moment was. And I wasted the front row tickets on a girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not me.
yeah, not her. I was gonna go see Eco Mouse at downtown San Jose with a few friends of mine. It was a free show, and I went to go put gas, and this is when I'm driving the
Lincoln?
big old Lincoln. So I'm like just sitting there.
So you weren't 16 then?
No, I wasn't 16 when I met her. I was 19. 19, and
What the fuck is that?
what, the dog? She's like chewing on something.
Oh.
But no, I was 19, 20, something like that. I got my years all mixed up. But I'm putting gas, and I listen to the radio. They're like, call now, like, for free tickets to go see Slayer, Rob Zombie, and then the first place winner. You get free tickets to the show, plus you get a raffle or like entered to win front row tickets with a guitar signed by most of the bands, whatever bands they got. And I called. I was like, I'm not going to win. And I call, and all of a sudden, this is Nikki Black. You're on 107.7 The Bone. And it was just like that. Because do you remember those radio calling the radio stations? Did you ever call a radio station?
No.
Okay, so if you guys never, so let's say you're younger than us and you're listening. So I think they still do it. You call into a radio station and you win a prize. The prizes are better back then because radio stations has more money. But like every time you tried to win, every time you call in, it would always go busy. Always. The chances of winning were super slim. Always busy. Like it reminded me of that. You never seen Detroit Rock City, right? Where they have like multiple phones. This is before cell phones. Like they're trying to win.
Did we watch that movie?
No.
Oh,
and they're trying to win Kiss tickets. And it's like 3 of them. They have phones all over the place. And they have it. Go on,
keep talking.
Oh, the dogs are making them doing something. But no, they have a bunch of phones in the living room and they're calling for trying to win Kiss tickets, and all these phones are ringing. They hear one that answers. They can't find the phone that answers. It was just crazy. Like, spoiler alert for that movie. They call in. The guy calls in. He at school. He calls from a phone from school. Wins tickets, but he ends up. So they go all the way to go retrieve the tickets at the concert for Kiss, thinking that they won front row tickets. They get there. The guy ended up hanging up the phone before he gave his information. So they didn't win the tickets. So it's a hilarious movie. It's called Detroit Rock City, guys. But that's what the movie I felt like I was in. I call, right away they answer. Like right away. And it was such a surreal feeling. I was like, yeah, I want the tickets. And they're like, yeah, you'll be entered into the contest, and if you win, we'll call you. And I was like, I couldn't.
So you didn't win. You just were entered in.
So I won the free tickets.
Okay.
I won the free tickets. But then I'm like, cool. I go to Ika Mouse, and then I got free tickets to. They didn't say where they were. They weren't front row. That's for sure. They're like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to Mayhem Festival. And then I'm at work at Starbucks. This is when I'm living in Los Banos still. And I'm at work at Starbucks. I don't know what happened, but because I put my cell number and then I put my grandma's number, they left a message on my grandma's phone saying that, yeah, this is Jesse Diaz. You won the first place prize for the 1077 The Bone. Please give us a call back. Oh, dude, it was crazy. And
I can imagine your grandma calling you, or you getting home. Like, you were at work all day, and then you get home, and then she's like, "Oh, mijo, like somebody called and left a message." Like, not really understanding what it was, and like fragments of her telling you it, like something about you winning something. Da, 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 and you're probably thinking, "Oh, it's a telemarketer or something." Yeah. Like, did she tell you when you got home? Or like,
no, she called me. They're like, mijo, someone's calling you. I don't even think my grandma called. I think my brother called me.
That's hilarious.
And then like, so I get home, I called. They're like, you won front row tickets. You won the guitar. Like, come to the station. You just pick them up. So I didn't have gas money. I didn't have anything. I'll never forget this because my buddy, is it okay to drop names like that? I don't know.
But just say your buddy. You don't have to say a name.
My buddy and a bunch of my buddies, they didn't even listen to metal. They're like, okay, we'll take you. And because I didn't have no gas money or anything, mm-hmm. I had a Lincoln.
Did you already blow all your money?
It wasn't. No, I just like, hold on. Can you not say blow? Oh, I got another story for you after that when I was at the bar. No, but so we drive all the way to the studio, right? And we get there, and they're just like, okay, here's the tickets, here's the guitar. I was like, can I meet Nikki Black? And they're like, let's see, she's kind of busy right now. And then
you didn't even fucking care about the guitar, huh? You're just like, can I just meet Nikki Black?
Well, I didn't like. I don't know. I was just I was like, my luck. I'm just rolling the dice because I'm just winning, right? I'm just winning. Like this. So. They're like, okay, we'll see. And then she comes out. I meet her. There's a picture with me and her on the internet. And it's like, it's super dope, man. It was super dope. I got to see the inside a little bit. And it was cool. I don't know. It was so cool. I'm going back and forth with her trying to get her on the show. but it's just I miss I honestly I fucked up.
Yeah, you did.
During the pandemic, I hit her up. She said yes.
The only time she could do it though was during a Zoom.
During a Zoom.
A Zoom.
And she didn't want. She wasn't available to see in person. And obviously, this crazy kid, this crazy guy just wants to interview you.
Did you tell her you met her before?
No, but then, and then I was too stubborn. I was like, no, I want to do interviews in person. And then like 2 months later, we did Zoom.
You did. When you said, oh, I got Nikki Black, I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be his name. You're like, I don't want to do it. Like that quality is not that good. I'm like, you should have fucking did it. No. You had your chance and you blew it. You could have talked about the time you met her and when you were on the guitar and how you're so in love with her. That's totally stalker status, though.
A little bit. And then like, but like that moment, it changed my life forever because I was on a high. Like I won these front row tickets. I won the guitar. I hung out. Had one of the best nights of my life with seeing Rob Zombie run through the crowd. Like it's
even though you took the wrong person.
Yes. It's still front row for fucking Slayer. Do you know what I mean? Like I was front row, like not like front row where the last concert I went where you have to jam yourself to the front. No, my seats were literally, they were seats front row, right? Marilyn Manson came out. Girls took out their tops. Like there's a girl next to me that came all the way from the back of the amphitheater, made her way all the way to the front because she came shirtless.
Shut up.
Yeah, it was just insane.
Damn.
Yeah, and I was young.
Titties
like
can get you
for real. I don't know, but no, it changed my life because like I was such on a high where I was like, you know what? What am I doing at fucking trailer park? What am I doing at Tractor Supply? Because I had just got a job at Tractor Supply.
You said you were at Starbucks.
It wasn't. I got my fucking like timeline all fucked up right now.
Dude, you were 16. Now you're 18. Then you're at Starbucks. Now you're at Tractor Supply.
It was Tractor Supply.
Wow.
It was Tractor Supply, not Starbucks. Freddie was at Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I said, fuck it. I quit and I told my grandma, you know, I'm not living here anymore. I'm gonna move to San Jose, with no fucking plan. Like no plan.
That seems to be your life.
It is. Dude.
Like. You meet a girl.
But who wins front row tickets just from calling once like that?
Other people. There's other people that do that. Other people.
That was so fucking amazing. No, but
what?
I was saying at the bar.
At the bar yesterday or Friday?
Yesterday.
Okay.
I was working the front and the song "Blow the Whistle" came on.
Oh God! Please don't tell me you sang.
No, but I'm standing there, right? And I was,
you wanted to sing.
No, hold on. And they go, "Blow the whistle," and I go, and I was like, "Fuck! I know what that means now. Why am I blowing the whistle?" I was like,
For the longest time, Jesse would, when that song came on, he would sing and he would be like, "do do do do," like whistling, and I was like, "You know what that means, right?" He's like, what? Like, you're just whistling. I was like, no. Listen to it again. Like, blow the whistle. I go, you suck dick. And he's like, no. Good times.
But I don't know. I love music. So it's insane because Tall Diego.
Okay.
We had lunch the other day.
He has to say that because we know like 3 Diegos. What happened? Is it working?
Yeah, it's too high. I had it super loud. Sorry, guys, if the first few minutes were super loud. No, but he introduced me to this. He didn't introduce me. He showed me this guitarist. His name's Buckethead.
Why do I feel like I've heard that before though?
Because he's a big fan. He's always talked about it. When he's been on the show.
Diegos?
Yeah. And like I just never got around to listening to him. It was just, I don't know. So I used to always think the Audio Slave and is it Tom Morello, the guitarist for Audio Slave and Rage Against the Machine? I was like, that guy's super badass at the guitar. This guy Buckethead is insane. He plays a song called Soothsayer. It's you guys, if you guys haven't listened to Buckethead, this dude's insane. Insanely good. I might just be like, everybody already might know him, but I'm like late to the game. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a week, guys. So I took.
We've been busy.
Oh yeah, we've been busy. Well, she's sad right now because Eva's gone for a whole week.
Practically. Yeah, technically like a whole week.
Like how are
I'm a
you?
little
Like,
sad.
how are you gonna do it? It's literally a year and a half. We're coming up to less than a year of our daughter being with us.
She's never gonna leave.
But
She's gonna stay with us forever.
That's not gonna happen. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I feel.
you know how hard we work to fucking keep that girl fed?
I don't know how we're gonna do it, to be honest. I don't know. So I've been watching a lot of. So this is the thing that makes me want to keep her home. Is I've been watching a lot of unsolved mysteries on Netflix because they started doing like a series of it and stuff, and just thinking of like her not being in the same town with us and like something happening, you know, and like we're far. It's like those are my worries. So if she does go somewhere, say for college, like I want her to be close enough or have family somewhere where if something happens then somebody could be there for her.
Yeah. But then when you think about those times when you've learned the most, right? Like even going
I was so naive, dude. I was naive as fuck.
We're all naive once we're 18 going in our adulthood. Like the times that we learned the most were when we went out on our own and there was no one to protect us, no one to fall back on. You know?
Yeah, but I was never alone. I always had her.
No, okay, so yeah, but fuck, dude.
No, but I'm saying all the stuff that I experienced, she was there. Obviously, driving over the hill, she was with me.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. It's like, oh my God, who the fuck okay, I was 20 and then I turned 21. So who the fuck like I'm thinking about it, like who the fuck would let a 20-year-old be that responsible with a child? Like just thinking about it, because it's like a lot of stuff could have happened.
Yeah. Dang, it's crazy how like. So I mean, you said it before on the podcast, but you literally how old were you when you left the baby daddy?
I was probably 21 still. I think Eva probably had just turned 2.
Yeah.
So Eva had just turned 2. I left in 2008 going to 2009. Yeah. So around that time.
Yeah, like it's insane that you like for the first 5-6 years you struggled raising her until you met your knight in shining armor, me, when she turned 6 years old. But it's crazy that you were young, like raising your daughter, and like you were trying to find your way. Like I remember meeting you, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I met you, and I was like, oh, she has a kid. You know, like. There were my like, okay, she has a kid, like this is gonna be rough, you know. But and I seen you, I was like, oh, she's just trying to find her way. Yeah. Like, cause you were still trying to have fun. You were still trying to.
I didn't really get to experience life.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, like I feel like, man, who the fuck let a 20-year-old have a kid? Like I know people think 20 or 21, like you're semi supposed to be an adult, but I feel like that's still kind of young to even think about it.
But even like,
because like when Eva was able to understand after like getting her hearing is, no, you mother trucker, those are my
I took her
candies.
Kit Kat. And what happened?
Oh, you took a Kit Kat? Okay, go for it. Like these are things where obviously I was always like, okay, I have to be aware of my surroundings. I have to be aware of where I walk. I have to be where I park. And I would always tell Eva, okay, once you get in the car, like I would like. There's a lot of parents who, you know, take the time, put their kids in, buckle them in, make sure they're secure and stuff like that. I taught Eva, okay, once we get in the car, you hurry up and get in your seat and you put your seatbelt on right away, okay? Because it's like, okay, that's when I feel people are mostly attacked, is when you're not really paying attention and your back is turned, or, you know, like just things like that. And that's probably because I watch a lot of shit. But I always was like, okay, I like, you know, paranoid.
It's wild, like.
Yeah. So that's why I'm kind of worried when she does go off to college, like, how far is she going to be from us, you know?
But
I'm air tagging everything.
but that's what I'm saying. Like the moments that I was put on my own and had to like I'm not saying there wasn't any help. I mean, there's help. There's people that help me. But the moments that I learned the most were when I was just making decisions on my own. You know, when I was 18, 19, making decisions on my own, figuring out what I was going to do, having a paycheck, knowing I had rent, knowing I had to eat, right? Sometimes
and
I didn't
love to eat.
Yes. Sometimes I didn't sometimes I didn't have like the discipline to save my money for rent or for groceries, right? And
What'd you spend it on?
What did I spend? A lot of CDs and movies and
Food, like takeout?
gas. You gotta remember I had a Lincoln.
Yeah, but gas
right?
was hella cheap back then too.
Okay. It's still a Lincoln, right?
Like you got to experience those things by yourself. I experienced them with a child.
It's fucking crazy. But even like looking back, I said like you're still trying to have fun and we were having fun. But then you saved my life. Like I hope you know that. Like you saved my life. No, you really did. Like
did I?
Yeah, I mean
like, you kind of saved yourself. You kind of just jumped on my life raft.
you
I'm never letting
hold
go.
On. We both saved each other's life. Let's be honest. She doesn't want to admit it, but I mean, come on. Look at all the shit that I've done for her. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back.
Look at all these gray hairs, guys.
But no, we didn't have fun. I mean, we had fun in our own way. We would go to the movies. We'd go to dinner. We wouldn't do anything crazy. Like remember,
we still don't.
Yeah, we still don't.
We would always go to Thursday night movie premieres, like hella late, only because we worked at FedEx, so we didn't really have to start until the evening, right?
Yeah.
Or did we work mornings?
We
were evenings, and then we went to mornings.
Yeah, then we went to mornings.
So we worked we started at 5:00.
Yeah.
So once we got off, we were only there for 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and then we would go home, relax, and then go to the movie premiere at midnight. Get home by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Every Thursday. That was fun for us.
And that's what we would do. And it's still like that. Mm-hmm. I mean, we really didn't do it. It was so hard to even have fun. Going to the movies was fun to us. We didn't get to, we were young, right? And I was young jumping into this thing. You're like, okay, be with me. You're going to be with me. You're taking care of my daughter. Obviously I couldn't be just partying still, right? So there was a bit of frustration and thinking about it now, it's so crazy. Thinking about me telling you oh, let's go out, and you know we couldn't, and I'm just frustrated because we can't go out, we can't go
You didn't realize what being a parent was?
Yes, I had a responsibility that I didn't even know. Doesn't make sense because there's things that happen biologically when you have a kid. There's things that happen to you, right?
Like what?
I'm saying when you have a kid, when a dad when it's blood.
Okay.
Seeing the baby come out, seeing the baby being there. There's something biologically that it triggers something in you, right? I didn't get to experience that.
Yeah, no.
So I was just in La La Land thinking okay, she has a kid, all I have to do is just be nice, right? I didn't
all I have to do is be nice?
Dude, there's things that were happening, Eva being 6 years old, saying who's God or who.
Oh, all the questions she would ask. Why am I deaf?
Yeah, why am I deaf? I'm fucking 23, 22. I'm I don't know, dude. I don't even know what I'm.
You're all.
I don't know what I want to do with the rest of my life.
You're all. I don't know. Why is there?
But it's so crazy, and then. We have to plan. There's things that we have to plan out. Eva has this. Eva has that. We're doing these things, and I don't even realize.
I was already doing those. You just stepped into it.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why we fought. Thinking about it now, that's why we fought so much was because
it was your fault.
Well, okay, Isn't okay? Yes, it was my fault. It was my fault. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I was still trying to be a kid, but then like you were like, because I didn't want to lose you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to lose you guys. You guys were so awesome, right? You guys still are awesome.
Yeah.
Hanging out with you guys, I just like. It's insane to think that your daughter is not my blood. Like, on paper, like if we really say it, like.
Yeah,
She's
everybody.
not-
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I know,
Like
but
you know that. I know that.
no,
She knows that.
I know that, but it doesn't feel like that. There's
It
times
doesn't
where
feel that she's not your blood.
there's times where I forget, like
That
where
she is or isn't.
I'm like, oh, this is not like this is me remembering that kid is not my
yes,
my kid.
that she didn't come from your nutsack. Yes.
Yeah, and it's insane to me because how much I love her, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's wild, right? And you didn't want like someone older?
At the time, no, but now, yes.
Like what were you thinking?
I have no fucking idea.
Like for real, you're what, 26?
I didn't think we were gonna get married.
Didn't?
No.
Really? I mean, you let me move in.
No, you just never left. You never left. You came, spent the night, and then you never left.
Yeah.
We've literally been together since we fucking met.
Yeah.
Like, the only times we've ever been apart is when I went to Connecticut for that week, and you fucking went to Iowa? Where the fuck was it?
Iowa.
You fucking went to Iowa. Those are the only times that we've ever been far apart from each other. That's about it. It's a week.
Is
That's
that mostly
it.
me?
That's it.
Is that mostly me?
What do you mean?
Like being far? Is it just me that like, or is it like? Do you feel like you don't want to be far apart from me, or is it just me? Am I like a stalker or something?
You were when we first met.
Oh, when I first.
Yeah. No, but like when you go and work and do security, like literally cannot fall asleep. Like I'm laying there and it's 2:00 and I'm like, okay, I need to fall asleep now. Like, okay, I know he's off and I'm gonna fall asleep now.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you come in and I don't hear you or see you, and then I wake up and you're next to me, I'm like, oh fuck. It's because I've literally waited up for you.
Yeah. No, it just like.
And then I check the cameras and see if you're here or not.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know, it is pretty crazy. but like, so.
Damn, dude, really?
Sorry. So I had a friend tell me.
What?
We're just talking about raising a daughter and how, you know, like with daughters it's different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boys want to. It's not really. I don't know if it's like rebellious or they just want to be on their own. If that makes sense, like they want to be on their own.
I feel like people that. I feel like it's not just boys. I feel like it's girls as well. Like if it's people that take care of their families.
Yeah.
And like that's their. I'm just gonna say it. That's their burden.
Yeah.
They want to be by themselves. Unless, who knows, maybe they want to be just with their family. But I think if you have that much responsibility, you might just want to be on your own as well.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a level of protection that Eva, I'm assuming, right? And I'll get to the story right now. I told you. There has to be a level of protection where she feels protected.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Boys don't really, especially when they're 16, 17,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, I was just doing crazy shit. I didn't really give a fuck about my protection. Maybe it's just I'm crazy. Mm-hmm. But, like, I was just throwing myself into situations that weren't, like, I was talking to my buddy, my buddy. My buddy, I was on the phone with them. We're just talking about our childhood, and how he was telling stories of where I'm in at these parties where there's affiliated people,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just this rocker, whitewashed Mexican kid.
Yeah.
And the East Side San Jose, and And this is not me saying it. It's my buddy saying it. And how I just stuck out like a sore thumb. So I'm like just putting myself in these situations that weren't, I didn't care about that. But fuck, dude. Now I'm just rambling.
Just spit it out.
Yeah. My daughter, I always question, like, does she feel protected? Does she feel protected? And it's something, my friend was saying, it's something that doesn't really need to be said. You just know.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did social media for Daniel Compton Central Coast Fighting Championship. Go check it out, guys. Super fun. I'll talk about it right now. But we were walking. We parked far away because I ended up paying $35 for parking at another place.
And she was pissed about that.
She was pissed about it. So
she's
when we
more of the parent when they're together.
Okay. Can I finish my story?
I'm gonna just say this. She's more of the parent when they're together. Like, hold on, they left, and I put $27 in your wallet.
Yeah.
And then when you weren't there, I gave her $50. I was like, this is for you guys to eat and if, like, you know, get snacks or whatever there. Because it's like, here, she's more responsible because she knows, like, okay, if I lose this or something happens, my mom's going to tell me something. And, like, she just knows.
Yeah.
So you guys had $27. She had $50 for you guys.
So, like, pitiful.
Yeah.
No.
Very. And this is why, because he spent $35 in parking.
Well, I was like, in my head, I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to drive around and find. I would just
you
like,
fucking, you know
I'm
what? Let
not
me tell you.
rich.
No.
I don't know why I think like
Let me
that.
fucking
I
tell you
really
who you
don't.
fucking sound like right now. And it reminded me of this episode you're watching on Fighter and the Kid when he took his son hiking and he didn't pay for a parking. And his son was like, no, we need to pay for parking. And he was like, I don't have time to pay. Stop and pay. Like, just give me the fucking ticket and I'll pay for it.
Yeah, but he has
that's,
money.
That's
I don't have
fucking
money.
No, but that's you saying like, oh, I just spent $35 on fucking parking. Like, that's what you fucking sound like. Like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I don't have time. Let me just spend $35 on parking.
I really didn't give a fuck. But no, so
But
I
that's
paid
what you
35,
fucking sounded
and
like.
then we had to park far away when we went to the weigh-ins were somewhere else in another city, and then we went to the weigh-ins. We went to the fights, which were in Santa Cruz, and I was like, man, if I pay for the up close, it's gonna be expensive.
Did you even see how much the parking was?
No, I was like, let's just do I saw the $5 parking. I was like, let's go to the $5 parking, and so I go to the $5 parking. It's far away.
Did she say something like, "Mom would have parked closer. Mom would have paid for that"?
No. Oh. She was actually pretty chill. She could tell I was like getting frustrated.
Flustered?
No, yes. But then like after, right? It's dark. We had to park far away. And I was walking, we were walking, and it wasn't like, it was dark and there's people around and there's homeless around, and it made me realize she does feel protected around me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she wasn't scared. She was just talking. When somebody was coming up to us, I would push her to the side and move her away where I was in the middle of that person and her, and she didn't say anything. She was just, didn't need to be said. She knew she was protected, right? And that was like, it made me happy because there was an incident when I was younger where I didn't trust my parents, like one of my parents, and
we already know.
And our car broke down, and I was like freaked out. I was like, we gotta call the other parent, right? Like, we gotta call the other parent. What are we gonna do? We were literally like 3 blocks away from our house, and I was like freaking out. And
I'll walk home. No.
And I don't know. And my pops always ended up telling me, he's like, oh, you don't feel protected around me, like, you know what I mean? And which I didn't.
I'm sure if something happened like that, she probably would have said, I'm calling mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm calling mom. I'm telling mom.
Oh yeah. When shit happens, she's like, I'm gonna tell mom. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. And but lately you guys have been fucking fighting, dude. Like,
we're not fighting.
Not fighting, but it's like you guys are just, because usually it's me and her, but right now you guys are just,
I feel like anytime I say something, she just has a smart ass attitude for it. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's like, I'll say something and she's just like, whatever I say is not like, she's just like ill, like whatever about it.
Yeah.
You know, but like when I picked her up today, we were talking and we were laughing and joking. So like, it's not that. It's just, I feel like she's just, I don't know. I don't know if she's dealing with anything or if she's stressed or like, I'm not an easy parent. Like, she gets to do a lot of things that most kids, like, they went out on trick-or-treating. And it's kind of like, I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Like, oh, like, kind of let me know. Like, it doesn't bother me. Just, I need to know what's going on. And it wasn't, I was like, oh, you guys are going to go over here. You guys are going to go over there. But she never said, oh, my friend's going to pick us up.
Yeah.
You know, until there was trick-or-treaters. And then someone was parked in my driveway. And she's like, oh, we're leaving. It's kind of like, you didn't even fucking tell me what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck are you going? Like, you know, but I wasn't going to make a scene like.
That's what happened?
No, but that's what happened yesterday.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
yeah. I thought she told me that they're picking her up.
No, but she never said. I just assumed that we were going to drop them off over there.
Yeah.
She never said, oh, her friend was coming.
She told me her friend was coming.
Yeah, she never told me that.
I was just sitting down.
Oh, now you feel fucking special because she told you
no,
and not
it's just
me?
I was just, usually this is what happens. I'm like sitting down watching TV or I'm on the computer working on something. And I'm like, hey, what are you doing? She's telling me. I was like, okay. And then like,
yeah, but she didn't say anything. Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on? Like, only because it's like, I told her, oh, you have to come home after school because you still haven't fucking packed to go out of town. You still haven't got shit done. Like, you know, like she's been busy all weekend.
Yeah.
Like literally all fucking week she's been busy. She had her last cross country meet. She had fucking a game on Friday. She went with you on Saturday. She hung out with her friend and her boyfriend on Sunday. Then Halloween on Monday. So it's kind of like she's literally been fucking busy.
Yeah.
So it's what were we saying now?
I was saying that you guys have been fighting.
Oh yeah, we've been fighting.
That's all I said.
No, but it's like, it's a lot of stuff though. Like, it's a lot of last minute shit. Like, I stayed up late Sunday to help her with a fucking costume. And it's like, I hate doing last minute things.
You say you're not a hard parent.
I'm not,
no,
but.
I thought you said you're a hard parent.
No, I'm saying a hard parent, like, when
you're
it comes
not
to.
a hard parent.
I'm not a hard parent. When it comes to like.
Because like no one makes their 16-year-old kid a costume anymore.
No, but I'm saying I'm a hard parent when it comes to like her schooling and stuff.
Yeah.
But when it comes to her hanging out with people, I'm not a hard parent when it comes to that. Because I feel like she's responsible and we give her that we give her that leeway to be responsible. Yeah. I feel like we never had to have any problems or talks with her because we normally just talk to her about stuff. Yeah. We just, hey, you know what's going on, or like, hey, this or that. And she understands and she'll tell us.
It's hit or miss with her in the morning. No, but so.
Yeah, we've been fighting a lot.
Yeah, you guys.
Well, because she fucking comes to me one night and she's like, oh, here, sign this. It's $40 for AP test. $40 fucking dollars. And I'm like, oh, okay, when do you need it by? Tomorrow.
And it wasn't the midday. It wasn't in the
morning. It was like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was like 10 o'clock at night.
10 o'clock at night. So it's the last minute stuff when I'm like not really prepared for it, or if I have to like drive here, drive there, and.
But I told her, I told her.
This is you though, on the computer. Like, what's going on? Why are you guys fighting?
Well, lately I just been like, fuck, dude. Like, you guys are fucking bickering at each other. Like, no, but. I told her she needs to stop telling you shit last minute.
When did you tell her this?
I took her to school.
Yesterday?
Yeah. I was like, it wasn't like.
Oh, yesterday or today?
Today. One of these days. I've talked to her. It
had to have been yesterday or today.
Yeah. And it's just like.
It's what did she say when you told her that?
Nothing. She's just like, yeah. And it's. I know she hears me. It's just. It's like. It's like hit or miss with that girl, right? It's hit or miss when I'm dropping her off at school. Like,
yeah,
it's like, it's either gonna be a good drive to her school or it's gonna be like
it's gonna be like if you say one thing to her, she snaps at you.
But it's crazy because like,
what?
This is what she does. So all weekend, right? Like, I did security.
Mm-hmm.
So I get off at security at 2. Right.
Yeah.
And then
you got home like 4.
Got home at 4. Then we had to leave to the.
You slept till like 7:30.
7:30.
7:30.
Then I wake up and we had to leave to Santa Cruz for the fight promotion.
Both of you are tired though because she got home late Friday.
Get there at 10. But hold on,
She got home she got home on like around 11 though. But I'm saying she woke up early too. She did things as well. She didn't get home till like 11, so she's tired as well.
But like it's like I'm doing all these things for her, right? Like she didn't have to go with me to the promotion.
Yeah.
Right? I know she just likes that stuff, even though she doesn't like to admit it. That she
enjoys it.
Yeah, she did tell me that she had a bunch of fun, but but she doesn't understand. Like, you know, when parents is like I don't have to like watching TV is like a privilege. Like this ain't your house. Like when parents say stuff like that, right?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't have to take her ass to school. She could take the bus. She could fucking walk to school.
She's probably been super nice to you because I told her if you don't check your attitude, you're gonna be taking the bus. You're the rest of your junior and your senior year.
But that's what I'm saying.
And I told her that, and she's like, "No, I'm not. You guys are gonna take me."
It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
that's probably why she's been super nice to you lately because she doesn't want to take.
Super nice to me. I literally like.
I'm saying in the morning because she doesn't want to take the bus to school. That means she's gonna have to wake up earlier, go wait at the bus stop where if it's raining or super hot, she's gonna have to wait there for it. Anyways, you don't have to do it for her. Go on.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, fuck, dude. Like, I know not every day is gonna be rainbows and butterflies, and it's just like
that's the once in a while.
There's no middle with her. There's no like, okay, like it's always like either hit or miss. It's like, fuck, dude, I can't.
Like I woke her up today before I left to work. Mind you, I always start work at 7:30. I woke her up at like 7:20. And you know what she said? You know what she said?
I don't know if this is good.
Because we miss her. No, we're not ragging on her. But I woke her up and she's like, she looked at the clock. She's like, what time is it? She's like, it's 7:30. And I was like, you could have woke yourself up? Like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't have to wake you up. Like, why are you being mean for?
I don't wake her up. She gets mad at her, like, you didn't wake me up.
Why didn't you wake her up?
She don't complain anymore because I don't wake her up.
Why don't you wake her up though?
Because she's old enough where she needs to figure it out. I don't care if she's deaf. I don't care.
Oh, you're hella fucked up.
I'm not fucked up.
Yeah,
because,
you are.
You know, this world's fucked up.
That's hella fucked up.
This world's fucked up because when she gets out of this house and she has to do it on her own, what's she gonna do? Like rely on somebody to fucking wake her up?
Maybe. You're a dick, dude.
I'm not.
You're hella dickish. No, you're a fucking dick.
It's
I'll
wake her up when I remember to wake her up. But like,
no, let's be honest. You just don't want to fucking wake up to get her up.
Yeah.
That's it. You're a dick though because there are plenty of times where we don't have to help you with shit, but we still do it.
What does Eva help me with?
She helps you not lose shit. But I'm saying, and I helped you with a lot of stuff.
No, you.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that you can't help her.
I do help her.
No, you don't. You just
I take
literally
her to fucking school.
You literally just said, I don't wake up. I don't wake her up anymore. Let's just be honest. You just don't want to wake up.
No, it's not that. I literally, like, I take you to work and then I'm like, I don't know. But no. I don't know. Anything?
Yeah, you did the fight promotion. She had fun.
You guys. So, I did a fight promotion, Central Coast Fighting Championship, Daniel Compton Central Coast Fighting Championship. I did their social media, right? And I was so nervous. Like you could ask her. Like I was so nervous, and I was like, I knew what I want to do because, like, look at it this way. All these amateur fights, right? All these amateur fights, they could get more exposure if they just copy the UFC, right? Like, just copy the UFC, copy Bellator. You have the tool. It might not be the exact quality as UFC, but you could get pretty damn close with just one phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally, like, I don't know.
He upgraded his phone.
Yeah, I upgraded my phone, but you can you could get the exact same quality,
Mm-hmm.
right, on fight day. So I don't see that many promotions. Yeah, they have cool highlight videos. They have cool posts, but there's no, like, people want to see what's happening, right? If you're not seeing what's happening, if like most of the stuff I do, like, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I want to go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So you're posting not for that moment, but so you could grab people's attention so they could go to the next one.
Yeah.
Right. And this goes with any social media. Right. And it's different from, I'm super like deep diving into this right now in my head. So I might ramble, guys. I'm sorry. But like, it's different from regular social media when you're talking about events, right? When you're talking about moments, right? You're trying to capture these moments in real time. And so I go there, and within mine, I want to be able to get these moments, people winning, and then right away post it, right? I mean, I counted the UFC on fight day. They had 29 posts.
Damn.
Right? So I'm like, I want to get as many posts as I can when I do it. And I gotta thank Daniel Compton. Like, that guy just said, hey, like, you want to do this? And it was a week and a half notice.
Well, it was talked about, and then it wasn't confirmed for, like, I would say like a week and a half. Yeah.
Almost a week, like a week out, confirmed. Like, he told me, yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like you had to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. He basically said, do your thing. Like, just taking a chance. And even like, it was just cool. Like, it was just, I got to thank him for that. Like, I appreciate the hell out of him. And so I get there, right? Weigh-ins, I did like promos just because I wanted to be good. I did these little promos that I got he does interviews with these fighters before the fight. So I clipped the audio from them, and then I put them on these promos for the co-main and main. And I was like, this is dope. Mm-hmm. And like, I fought before. I've been a coach before, like, on the ring. So I know what's cool, right? Because I have that experience. And I watch fighting all the time. So like, being able to make these promos for these co-main events and like learning about these fighters, these amateur fighters, like, I want to, like, it was just cool, right? And then so I get there, and I'm like, real time, like, posting. So this is the first time I ever done something like this. So I get to weigh-ins. I don't really know. Even Eva's looking at me like, what are we doing? And I was like, I don't know. And then so
at that moment, she didn't feel safe.
And I get to weigh-ins, and then, like, even I was like, man, I don't have Wi-Fi. There's no good connection here.
There was no Wi-Fi there? Like,
the owner wasn't at the bar and grill. The owner, I couldn't find the owner. I needed the Wi-Fi. I wanted to get the content right. So I'm doing, like, just getting different content. And me and Eva had breakfast after. I had a post during that time. Luckily, I did make those promos so I could post it while I was there, right? So it was already off, like, starting off the bat from 10 o'clock. I was already posting stuff. And then I get to the fight. I was like, okay, here we go. I'm just one person. So I'm running around, like, I'm having fun because I love fighting, guys. At the end of the day, I love fighting. I love capturing it. So I'm in the back room trying to get interviews with fighters and trying to figure out what's going to be cool, right? Or fun, right? And then, like, so there's one fighter. His Instagram is should have been as in Ben, like, his name's Ben. And so I was on one side of the cage. The referee raises his hand, and when they put his hands down, I was like, fuck, he was going to exit the cage on the other side. So I had to run through the crowd to get to the other side to get him coming out of the cage, and I got him saying like, I was like, I forgot what he says. He says she has it right here. Yeah, what's he say? He says he's just saying like this guy
something about check out.
Yeah, so I got more stuff to check out or something like that. And he's like I'm running backwards with the phone, and he's talking to the camera, and it was just fun. And like, but having to run across the cage, I was having a blast. And then the best part was I need to get these guys' names. I just know their handles because I'm doing the social media. His handle's at Toasty MMA, and the kid has a bulldog choke, right? Big brother choke.
That one?
Super rare, right? Like I forgot how he ended up getting there too. And I'm literally right by the cage, like.
Did he get choked? Did that guy lose like that, or did he get
No,
out of it?
he won by decision, and.
Which one? The one in the red or black?
The one in the red, Toasty MMA, won by decision, and I'm videoing and I'm shaking because I already see how cool it is, right?
His name's Andrew.
Yeah, his name's Andrew Toasty Toastay. I wonder if his last name is
Probably that's it.
But but I'm videoing it and I'm like, this is so badass right now. It's like it's a bulldog choke. And I was right there, and it was crazy, and I'm like shaking because I was like, if he gets the tap right now, this is fucking awesome. But it was still awesome when he flipped.
Was that live?
Yeah.
Or did you record it and then post it?
So no, I recorded and posted, and these posts I'm posting literally within like 2-3 minutes of me getting the video. Mm-hmm. So even the reels, like I wanted to highlight the Figueroa brothers. From Ant Dogs, because it's two brothers like coaching in the corner. Like they had a shitload of fighters there.
Yeah.
And so I got a little clip. I literally took a video of like the whole fight. I'm filming, right, getting a little bit, and I'm keeping it in my head like, okay, that's a good clip. That's a good clip. And then so right when the fight ends, I'm putting together the clip. Within minutes, I post it. Like it's just like getting that, and it's like I think all of them got over 1,000.
Some of them got 2,000.
Some of them got the most got I think 6,000 or 4,000 or something like that. But all of them are getting pushed, right?
You got 1,200, 1,100, 18. You got 25, 19, 28.
Yeah.
2,000, 4,000. The one where he's saying like.
Where's Ben? Should have been.
Yeah, him. He got like 4,000.
But like the traction, like. It's amateur fighting, right? Like you get to see, like it's so easy. Like look, if you're a fight promoter and you guys want me to do the same thing, I'll do it. You guys have no idea. I have fun. I have fun doing this shit, man. Especially for fighting, because to get like
what am I looking at?
To get that bulldog choke and video it for that close for Toasty MMA, for Andrew, like to be able for him to have that as an amateur and like that's dope, man. Like, like amateur fighting is still hard, guys. You know, like you're still sacrificing a lot, and it's just to give them this, like to make sure, because like I'm a fan of fighting, knowing because I see other people taking photos and trying to at other events or trying to be in this MMA thing or try to be somebody in this MMA thing, like media and stuff. And it's more of a I thing, right? It's not more of a them, not trying to promote the fighters, right? And I'm all about trying to promote the fighters, man. It's a dope world.
Because fighters are what bring your customers in, though, too. So
Yeah.
I mean, like. And they have like the biggest support team also.
Yeah. And the Central Coast Fighting Championship, thank you guys again, all of you guys. And it's cool because I think people are going to learn from them. You got to have a youth. You have to have youth, right? To figure out. There's another guy there that was videoing stuff and he was getting highlight stuff and it's like you gotta build your team. There's I don't know, that's the last thing I'll say. Just you gotta get youth. on your side for these events. Things are changing on how big you could push your events. Even from the time when that I fought in San Jose till now, like it's just, I don't know. I was just excited, guys. Yeah, it was fun. You know what's cool is not coaching, not fighting, and just being there and seeing the different stories of what happens. Like, I don't know, that's the one thing like that I love, like doing the social media stuff, like doing a podcast. I'm doing EJ's podcast. I'm trying to do other businesses' social medias. I love telling stories. That's the key. You could have the coolest fucking highlight. The coolest highlight. You could have the coolest post. If you're not telling a story, people are on Instagram not to see fucking cool highlights. They're there because they're following people. So they're not gonna follow. They're only gonna follow if if you're telling a story, right? And you're looking for organic people that are not there just to like, oh, that's cool and buy it. People that are actually gonna come into your business. People that are actually gonna go to your events. People that are actually gonna engage. Like organic. Like it's insane of what I'm going like rambling.
Yeah, you're rambling.
It's insane to me. Right? Amateur fighter, and through a podcast of all the people I met, right? And just organically, right? I have 1,700 followers. Like, it's not in the grand scheme of things, it's not that many followers, but to me, it's insane because like all I'm doing is just telling my story.
Yeah.
And organic, like friends, right? People that I've met are friends through this thing. Like Gloria is the Glorias, the Telez family. Like, I can't thank them enough. Like I met Gloria through fucking podcasting, and now like I'm like their number one supporter. Like I might need to have an intervention on tortas. Like I need to stop eating tortas at La Gloria's taqueria or restaurant and desserts. And then Diego, Adaptive Sessions, I met him through podcasting. Like and
jiu-jitsu, right? From jiu-jitsu?
And jiu-jitsu, but
that's how you got
Muay Thai, just martial arts.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we became friends through there. Like and then even the Central Coast Fighting Championship that came from podcasting with Daniel. Like it's just hearing people's stories. I'm telling you guys, like it's like it's just fun. I'm having fun right now, guys. I'm just having fun. I'll stop rambling.
Yes, thank you.
But
What happened?
can we talk about EJ's podcast a little bit?
We're already an hour in, dude.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Well, I might as well just drop it since it's
All
already
right, drop
dropped
it.
today. So
Make it fast. Make it fast.
Okay, hold on,
Fast.
relax.
Fast.
So I've been working with EJ, right? I told him about, what do you think?
Oops,
about
sorry.
4 months ago?
No, it's been a couple of months or so. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say it's longer than 4 months.
A few months ago, I told him, I was like, hey, dude. Well, I've been telling him for a while to start a podcast.
Yeah.
But this time I told him, I was like, hey, let's do it. And he was like, oh, okay. I was like, and then I was like, if you find the guests, I'll do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've told a lot of people this. I've told a lot of people, I'll do your podcast. If you find the guests, if you book them, then I'll do it. A lot of people don't do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
EJ found the guests, and we kind of sat down and talked about it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we got a format, what he wants to do, and he wants to interview recovering addicts, right? He was an addict. He's been clean for 8 years or 9 years, something like that, and
Thought it was 6 years.
6 years, 8 years, something like that. I don't know, but he wants to interview people that he's met through this journey and other addicts and highlight. It's a tough world because the things that support them, they can't promote it, right? It's frowned upon if you're gonna promote the thing that helps you, right? And I'm not in that world. I don't know how it works, but that's one thing I do. Like, we're careful on. We don't want to promote it. It's a gray area. You don't want to promote the. I guess I could say it, right? You don't want to promote the NA, right? It's
What do you mean? Not
the
promote
support.
it.
It's all, yeah. They don't. It's frowned upon if you're promoting it and publicizing it. If that makes sense. Like, yeah, they don't want to make it like, yeah, that's one of the rules, and it's just like, and it's hard because you look at, it's just hard because like you want to help, you want to tell people there's help out there, but then you can't really promote it, and it's, sorry, I'm just hitting the thing, and so it's just, I don't know, I'm talking about shit that I don't know about, so I need to stop, but it's, so he's doing that, he got the interviews, and then he's like, he went from
Not sure if it was gonna work.
not sure if it was gonna work, and I already have in my head what's gonna happen. I know how things are gonna play out, and I'm just listening. It's like a roller coaster, and he's like, Jesse, we're gonna be famous, we're gonna be millionaires, you know what I mean? And then we start putting it out. I start making the things. I start telling him, hey, you need to get sponsors, and he's like, okay, maybe we're not gonna be famous. And it's fun to see him go through this and for him to tell his story, right?
Yeah.
And I'm getting to see, like, we're going to sober living homes. I didn't know this was like a thing where people were having nonprofits and having sober living homes, and then hearing
People's stories.
Gabriella, her story of being an addict and being a survivor of domestic violence, and her saying her story like that. It's in the podcast. I guess I got to promote it. The podcast is Not So Anonymous with EJ Areka, and it's we'll put the link in the my bio and then in the YouTube and all that stuff. So it's, go check it out, guys. It's pretty cool, man. It's awesome to be around. Right. And I'm going to start, there's going to be other podcasts that I'm bringing up that I'm helping. Right. And this is a vision of mine that I've had for a while, of other people doing this. Right. Other people doing this, and not just for, not the difference is it's not clout. Right. A lot of people are on social media trying to get clout. When you try to do that, it's not the same as podcasting. It's not the same as telling your story. It's completely different. Podcasting is super organic as hell, because the people you meet are super organic and get to know you. There's people that know us on a level that we didn't even know us on that level, right? Like, because they know stuff about us that we like.
Yeah.
Because we're just
I get
talking.
it when I work at Starbucks. Like, people come through drive-through and they're like, they're looking at me funny, and I'm like, please don't say, are you on that podcast? Please don't fucking say, are you?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, you do a podcast? I was like, yeah, I do a podcast with my husband. Or I get people saying, oh, you're Jesse's wife. And I'm more than Jesse's wife. I'm my own person. I want people to go up to you and be like, oh, you're Raquel's husband. But it's always, oh, you're Jesse's wife. I should be like, who's that? My husband's name's not Jesse.
So, anything else you want to say?
No.
No? Tired?
Don't do that. That's abuse.
Can I ask you a question?
No. Okay, yes. No. Anyways, what he was saying is go support EJ. Listen to his podcast. He's dropped his first episode. Not So Anonymous with EJ Areka.
Not So Anonymous _ with EJ Areka.
What were you going to ask me now?
On Instagram. No, I was going to ask you, like, so it's been what, almost 2 weeks since I left the gym. I'm not coaching right now.
A lot of people don't know that.
Oh yeah. So update. I'm not at the gym. I'm not at Strike anymore, and I'm not coaching at the moment. So like, I'm all in on everything that I'm doing. But like, how are you feeling?
I feel happy.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm still at work, so when I get home, I do see you. You're working, which is good. You know, you're working on the podcasts or people's stuff or whatever it is. Still the same old leaving your mess around though. So I mean, that's still the same. But I don't know. I feel like we haven't argued as much.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. I mean, it's only a matter of time, but still, we haven't argued as much like we used to.
Yeah.
About things. You seem happier. You seem more relaxed. Eva seems happier too, though.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Yeah.
It was tough for a little bit. It was tough. It was tough. Like,
dude, you're only 2 weeks out. Stop. Relax.
No, but I mean, like, it's hard because like you.
Oh my God, sorry.
It's hard putting into perspective of like what's important, right? Because like both things are important. Like both things you love, right? And it sometimes there's times when it becomes a choice, right? Or just a slowdown. And I don't know where it got to a point where my daughter became like fifth in my life.
Yeah.
Right? Like it was such a big deal to me, even though she didn't tell me that she enjoyed it until the end. Right? She gave me a hard time the whole entire time we were there, but like it was
at the
Saturday? Fight promotion. Okay. That was such a big deal for me.
Yeah.
Being able to take my daughter to that and them telling her she could sit at the table right cage side, right? That's fucking insane.
Technically,
like,
she went there to go work with him because like we're like,
oh,
if you work, we'll give you money, you know? Because it's kind of like it's not really fun if you don't really get money out of it. Like she's a fucking teenager. Come on, and she buys a lot of shit. She does. And she likes to have money. When I get tips from Starbucks, I don't even keep them. I just fucking give her the tips. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But she ended up was like, what did she tell you? I'm just going to sit here and watch the fights.
She was like, okay, time to, because it was like the second or third fight. And she's like, and I was getting tired. Like, I had to take breaks. And I'm sorry if I didn't get your fight. Like, that's something that I had to learn for the next time. Is I had to pace myself. But, or just get better. I think it's get better. But no, it was like third fight, and she's like, "Oh, okay, I'm done. I'm not taking pictures." And I was like, "Fuck, dude." And so she like, and I was telling you, I was like you. I think we're around fighting so much that we become so numb. Like it's not cool anymore. It's just a thing, right? Like, but I
think she likes fighting because when we went to Bellator a few months ago, she was upset that she couldn't go. She was like, "Oh, so who's going? Me and you?" And you're like, "No, me and your mom are." And she was like, "Oh," like she wanted to go.
Yeah. But it's such a. I'm thinking about I'm watching her, right? I'm on the other side of the cage, and I'm looking at her, and like this is.
Did she look bored though, or she
no?
Was, like, enjoying
she's watching the fights, like, and it's like my buddy Anthony was there, and she's like right next to him when he's cornering, hearing him, like.
She probably didn't hear that much though in there, to be honest, because you know she only hears
the high pitched stuff is too much.
The stuff like her processors like adjust.
Yeah.
So she like if someone's behind her and they're calling her, she won't be able to hear them calling her unless they step to the side. Then she'll be able to hear them. So she probably really didn't.
She has cochlear implants.
Yeah, she has cochlear implants. So she probably wouldn't have been able to hear as much.
Yeah. But it was just like I was looking at her. I was like, this little shit, man. I was like, she doesn't understand. Like the shit that since I've been in her life, the shit that I have taken her to, been a part of her doing, not just in fighting, just everything. It's like. It's cool shit, you know, like that. Like you're the discipline, and I'm like, let me be
fucking free.
No,
that's you.
No, let me give her the most experiences she could have.
Yeah.
Right. Like I'm trying my best. Even when she went to Yale.
Yeah, like, you were like okay with like, oh yeah, just let her go by herself. I was like, no, I'm going with her.
Well, I was like. Even when you're like you're gonna go with her, like we gotta go with her. I was like, oh, I'm fine with staying. Like,
yeah, I know.
We when we sent her to Yale, we had it was a trip so she could see the school and she could meet other honorable students,
student ambassadors,
and like We didn't have the money at all, dude. At all.
But we had a lot of help from family and
family
friends
that made it happen, and
yeah.
it's like, and it was just like, fuck, dude. Like that little girl, man. I don't care if she fucking decides to, like my teachers told me one time, like, Jesse, you don't have to go to college. I have a friend that lives by the beach and surfs every day and is happy. She doesn't have to be something crazy special to this world.
Yeah.
What I want is her to be special to herself. I want her to be happy.
Yeah.
Right? That's a very hard thing, because you see a lot of your friends. You see a lot, like you see a lot of your friends, like especially now I'm turning 30. You see them get into these jobs.
You're 32. What do you
I'm
mean
saying
turning 30?
The 20s are over.
Oh.
I'm saying the 20s are over. The party life is
Okay.
over. It's done, dude.
No, our party life is just beginning when
Well,
she's
for
gone.
us, but
When
I'm
she's
saying-
gone, our party life is just beginning.
But like,
We had to take like a good 10-year break, but it'll be back.
I felt, because I'm bouncing for extra money on the side 2 days a week, and I remember, I get in my head, right? Like, I see my friends that are doing well, and they're like, "Hey, Jesse, how you been?" Like, and like, "Oh, you work here," and I feel like,
They look down on you?
not they don't look. I look down upon myself, and I do this a lot, and I'm trying not to do it anymore. Right? I'm trying to feel like I would never say this before. Like, I'm good at helping businesses with their social media. I'm good at podcasting. Like, I could say that now with confidence. I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good at this. Like, I could do this. Like, and I would, like, they would come and I see them and they're like, Jesse, like, oh, you still doing that fighting thing? Like, I seen that you're fighting. That's awesome, dude. Like, I was like, how you doing? Like, I was like, well, I'm not fighting anymore. They're like, what are you doing? Like, and it's so hard to explain, right? Like, so it's just like, and I used to put myself down. I was like, what are you doing, dude? But now it's like, now I'm confident. And, now I'm like, you know what? I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
I'm not at a desk job. Like, every day it's fucking fun. Like, I have these opportunities. A lot of these opportunities I have, or all I have to do is just go meet new people, and like, we got to sit down and talk, like, and do what I love. And a lot of this social media stuff, a lot of this storytelling, a lot of this thing that I'm doing, it's all a new field, but it comes from my mom. It comes from her doing scrapbooks. Like, she had thousands of scrapbooks. I'm not saying hundreds. I'm saying thousands, like at least 1,000 scrapbooks. Right? And she would cut out these pictures, and everything that I'm doing on Instagram, everything that I do for the podcast, all this stuff, it's scrapbooking. I'm scrapbooking my life. Like, I'm really, like, digitalized scrapbooks. Right? I'm doing it for everybody else. And but I think, yeah, I love it, guys. And I thank you guys. And I think the next thing, and part of it was inspiration from UFC, but it's like speed posting, right? It's like these events, you have a certain time that it's a hot spot where you have all these people on their phone around you, and you're trying to get traction from them. And you have to, at those hours, between those hours, you need to be posting, right? And Los Baños needs that. And I'm going to bring it here, guys. I'm going to bring it here. And it's not the only thing I'm doing. I'm doing a bunch of other shit too. I love you guys. Anything you want to say? Photo booths? You want to promote the photo booth?
Oh, yep. Photo booth. Raquel Diaz Designs.
If you guys want a photo booth for your event, guys, she has a really good photo booth. She can make personalized backgrounds, personalized templates for your photos. You could print out the photos. She has props. She could go anywhere, guys. DM her on Raquel Diaz Designs, and she'll tell you her rates. You guys tell her when she could be available. Also, she has Raquel Diaz Designs, so she can make you guys stuff. She does a bunch of designs. She makes shirts. She makes keychains. She makes a bunch of shit, guys.
Yeah.
Hit her up. If you think of an idea, she could probably do it. If you guys need social media for your event, if you're a fight promoter, you need social media for your fight promotion, hit me up.
Business.
If you need help with the podcast, hit me up. If you need help with social media for your business, hit me up, guys. Other than that, like, just hit me up. Love you guys.
Don't call though, text, because he'll answer to that.
Yes, sometimes. You guys, I'm sorry if I don't text back or call. I'm just busy. All right. Love y'all. Peace.